Jerry Wood, president of Brookwood Farms Incorporated in Siler City, North Carolina, and interviewing with Caleb Reeves for his class project. And a little background: our family's been in the meat business in 1941 when we grew chickens and dressed chickens for the military during World War II. So things have progressed further on with other ventures, excuse me. And in 1978, our dad decided that going into the barbecue business might be a good idea. Me being 23 and my brother still in college, we said, sure, why not? There was a barbecue company, Old Hickory, out of Godwin, North Carolina, that was pretty well covered up in the grocery stores, and at that time that's where we sold. We sold in the grocery stores. So we saw an opportunity to join that segment of the business, and it had a lot of profit margin in it. So we decided to build a barbecue plant here in Siler City and get started. When we started, the category was pretty wide open, with Old Hickory being the only one in grocery stores, which is where we were heavily concentrated doing business. So there was room, there was profit, and so we took the jump to get started. When we first started, the strategy was to sell in grocery stores. I'm sorry, I'm reading as I'm trying to talk. And that's where we sold. We sold in grocery stores. We sold a little bit into the food service industry. It has since then done a complete flop over, where we are heavily concentrated now in food service, which includes restaurants, hospitals, schools, and we're about 80% in that category and 20% in the retail. But again, that is a complete flip over from where we started. The biggest challenge probably getting started in the barbecue business is figuring out what to do and how to do it. We started with conventional smokehouses, that being in the hot dog business as well, that's the only way we knew how to cook. And so we started with 4 small Alcar smokehouses that we cooked the barbecue. We thought it was really good. It was really not very good at all. And for about 4 years, the only people that actually kept us in business were our friends that we had made with our other ventures. So in 1982, we made a decision that we needed to flip over and change our cooking method and go to pit cooking over charcoal briquettes. That started a different, totally different product that we turned out, and led greatly to our success. We really treat everybody as a family. We've got 170 employees, and the person in the back is just as important as the person in the front. And again, treat them like family, and it's gone a long way into retaining our employees, as we have several that have been here 35, 40 years. We do have a new wave of employee. We employ a lot of Hispanics. We do do the government's e-verify, was they have to be legal to be able to work here. But it's turned into a labor force of a lot of Hispanic workers. We were a smaller regional barbecue producer, in the 2001, and we called on a company out of Charlotte, Premier Enterprises. What they do is they supply hospitals in schools with their products, and we asked for a cutting, trying to get in our region, or be represented in our region. And during the cutting, our product was so good that they said, that is fine. We'd like to take you on, except we only take on national producers, or people that they have to be able to supply these outlets nationwide. And that was in November of that year, and from November to February, my brother set up a broker network nationwide that basically overnight sent us from the southeast to a nationwide barbecue supplier. Challenging it was, very challenging, but we did it, and that is we piggyback with the distribution centers like U.S. Food Service, Cisco, Benny Keith, people like that, and once we're in their warehouse, then it kind of grows to where, let's sell it other places as well. So that's our stair step to getting into as a national provider of barbecue. In this, we don't have a lot of problems. Our problems are probably labor created. There's a labor shortage now, due to the pandemic, due to people just deciding they don't want to work anymore. And we haven't doubled our labor rates, but we have really gone up on our labor rates trying to stay competitive. And that is a problem of trying to figure out and cover that overhead. That really is the only challenge that we face. That would keep you up at night is labor. The thing that separates Brookwood Farms from our main competitors, who was Hormel Foods, Rich's Barbecue in Tennessee, and Siler in Texas, is the way we cook. Our philosophy was to cook the meat and complement it with sauce so you could taste the charcoal flavor of our product versus the other competitors basically steam cook their pork or steam cook their beef, and then they flavor it with barbecue sauce. So you're eating their barbecue sauce rather than their barbecue. And we think that gives us a niche that gives us a competitive edge, actually, because nobody of our size that can cover the territory we cover cook it the way we cook it. And it gives us a tremendous advantage out there when we have cuttings and cuttings is a sampling of our product versus a Hormel versus a Rich's. Seldom do we ever lose a taste test. We may not get the business because of politics or marketing money that they may have, but as far as cuttings, we very rarely lose a cutting. People in the food industry, people have to eat, and so we figure if we still put out good product, that people will still buy it and still have to eat. So it gives us a little bit of an advantage there, where somebody could say, well, I don't really need this product here, but I got to feed my kids, so to speak. We're very heavily involved with family. I have 2 sons in the business. My brother has a son and a daughter. We've had the opportunities to sell to other people, and we just want to keep it in the family. We want to keep it in our local town here in Siler City. It's just the dream of ours for a family-owned business versus being a big corporation that basically doesn't care about the employees. And now I really feel that. If we did not have our kids in the business, it might be a different story. Our goals moving forward is to get bigger. We have a construction project underway now to increase our capacity by another 30%. That it should be up and going 1st of November. It's just, we're nationwide, so our goal is to saturate where we're at. We're really heavy from Denver east, especially east of the Mississippi, so to branch out over further out west and expose people to the type of product we put out, which is probably we feel like is the best in the country.